What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is Jackson Powers here. I know I haven't posted in like a week, and that is my fault, but also kind of school's fault because school has been a bitch lately. But that's besides the point. We are here to escape reality, and we are here to talk about football, which is something I feel like I haven't done in forever. So, today, I am going to be releasing my first mock draft. I might do a couple more, I don't know yet, but this one, it's not going to have any trades. Like, if the trade hasn't happened in real life, it's not going to be in this mock draft. So, if the trades happen in real life, it will be in the mock draft, but it hasn't happened, it will not be in the mock draft. So, I was originally supposed to do this with my buddy, Decimator13, but then he went ahead and uploaded one without me, so, that's fine. That's besides the point. So I'm here to release mine. So I'm just going to warn you guys in advance. I did write this down because I like to think I have a photographic memory, but when it comes to 32 draft picks, I don't. So we're going to get right into this. Remember, no trades involved unless the trade happened in real life. Okay, so number one overall pick belongs to the Jacksonville Jaguars, a team that I absolutely hate. This is a no-brainer. I don't even think I need to talk about this one. It's going to be Trevor Lawrence, quarterback out of Clemson. It's pretty obvious Trevor Lawrence, he's going to be a great quarterback. I don't think the Jaguars are going to be good immediately with him, but I think within the next 1 to 2 years, they're going to be a great team that are definitely going to suck ass to play twice a year. So, moving on to number 2, the New York Jets own that pick, and I think this is another obvious one. I think they go Zach Wilson, who's a quarterback. Especially after the Sam Darnold trade, there's no doubt they go quarterback here, and I think that Zach Wilson is the next best option behind Trevor Lawrence. It can be argued that he's better than Trevor Lawrence. I don't think he is, but that's just up for debate. You guys can decide that in the comment section below, but I think that the Jets go Zach Wilson at number 2. So now next up is number 3. This is the San Francisco 49ers, who they traded up to this pick, which tells me that they're going to take a quarterback, and I think they do. I think they go Justin Fields. That would be – I wouldn't make that decision, but I think that's what they're going to do. A lot of people think they're going to take Mac Jones. They would be dumb if they did that. They could have gotten him at 12, just saying. But I think Justin Fields is the right move here, especially since the Niners, they seem to be pretty committed to Jimmy Garoppolo as their starting quarterback. So I think that means that whoever they draft is going to sit behind Garoppolo, and I think they're definitely taking a quarterback. They wouldn't have traded up to 3 if they weren't going to. So I think that they go Justin Fields. They have him sit behind Garoppolo for maybe half a season, and I think that's the best thing for him because I don't think Justin Fields is NFL ready yet. So I think sitting behind a veteran quarterback would be a good thing for him, and putting him on that Niners team with George Kittle and how good that offense is, I think that is the perfect situation for Justin Fields. Number 4, this pick's owned by the Atlanta Falcons. They're going to do one of two things. A lot of people think they're going to do one of two things with this pick. A lot of people think they're either going to take a quarterback or that they're going to trade it. I think that neither of those happen. This is a no trades mock draft, but I don't think they trade it regardless. I think that they stay there, and I think they go Kyle Pitts, which I think is the right move. Kyle Pitts, he could play receiver. You put him in the slot, you put him at normal receiver, and you could put him at tight end. So there's no going wrong with this pick if you're the Falcons, especially if you're going to pair Kyle Pitts, Julio Jones, and Calvin Ridley all on the same team. That is going to be deadly. Now, a lot of people are saying, well, Matt Ryan, Matt Ryan, you got him for at least another year. And I think Matt Ryan, he has a new offensive coordinator who is actually a really good offensive coordinator. He was the Titans' old offensive coordinator. And I think that Matt Ryan can do a lot. He could do a lot better because he has had shit offensive coordinators since the year he won MVP and they blew the 28-3 lead. So I think Kyle Pitts is the right move here. Give Matt Ryan another chance, and if it doesn't work out, you can draft a quarterback next year. Plain and simple. I spent too long on that one. We're going to move on to number 5. That pick is owned by the Cincinnati Bengals, and I think that they go Jamar Chase, wide receiver. Joe Burrow has said that he wants the Bengals to pick Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow were on the LSU team that won the national title last year. So I think that this would be a great pick for Cincinnati and get that connection back with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. If you don't go Jamar Chase, I think Sewell would be a good option here, but I think that Jamar Chase, if he's there at 5, they will take him. Number 6 is that pick is owned by the Dolphins. They were at 3, then they went down to 12, and then they moved back up to 6. Really confusing, but they own the number 6 pick, and with that, I think they go Devontae Smith, wide receiver. Tua they're pretty set at Tua at quarterback, so I think that they go Devonta Smith to compensate for that. I think that they get Tua another weapon that is going to be perfect for him. Devonta Smith, I believe Devonta Smith and Tua were on the same team at one point when they were both at Alabama, so I think that getting that connection back together would be phenomenal, and plus having a Heisman winner on your team is a recipe for success. So I think taking Devonta Smith here, if he's there, would be a right move. Number 7, that pick is owned by the Detroit Lions. And not a lot of people have this happening in their mock, but I do. I think the Lions go Penei Sewell. Now, I know some of you are probably shocked by that, but the Lions, none of their team is good, okay? Let's just be frank. They have a horrible team. Their offensive line is absolute doo-doo. Their defense is terrible. They lost their only good weapon on offense, Kenny Golladay, in free agency. So I think that taking Sewell is a good move. Build up that offensive line, get Jared Goff some protection, and you're rebuilding anyway. You really have nothing to lose. So I think a good start would be a left tackle, which is what Penei Sewell is. So, and then you could build the rest of your offensive line around him, and then you can get more weapons later on in the draft. This is a heavy stacked wide receiver class, so they can get someone good in the second round. So, number 8, that pick is owned by the Carolina Panthers, and this might sound like a stupid pick, but I still think they go for it. I think that they go Trey Lance, who is a quarterback who went to the same college as my boy Carson Wentz. So, Trey Lance, he's a lot of people, well, not a lot of people. There's some people that think he's not going to be good. I disagree. I think he's going to be a really good NFL quarterback. I don't know why the Panthers would take him here, but I just think they do for some reason. Because they got Sam Darnold and Teddy Bridgewater. I know Teddy Bridgewater's not the answer, so you can take him out of the equation. So you got Sam Darnold. I think that Sam Darnold and Trey Lance competing would be amazing. I think that would be good for both of them. I could definitely see Trey Lance taking over mid-season because I think that Sam Darnold will end up being the Panthers' Week 1 starter because he's the veteran. And plus, I think Sam Darnold's still a good quarterback. He was just in a horrible situation on the Jets. So I think that taking Trey Lance here is a good move, and you give Sam Darnold some competition. If Sam Darnold flops, you got a really good backup plan. And if he does well, you got a lot of trade bait in Trey Lance. So, number 9, that pick is owned by the Denver Broncos, and I think that they go Micah Parsons, who is a linebacker. The Broncos, they've always been focused on getting defensive players since like 2015. That's really what they focused on. They've been a defensive team, and I think they're pretty set with Drew Lock. I think that's who they want, so I think they go defense. Their linebacking core isn't the greatest, so I think adding Micah Parsons to that helps them tremendously. Number 10, that pick is owned by the Dallas Cowboys, and I think they go Patrick Surtain, who's a cornerback. A lot of Cowboys fans are really high on him. I think Jerry Jones is pretty high on him too, so I think that going Patrick Surtain here is a great move, and that helps out that Cowboy secondary because their secondary really got exposed last year, especially after Dak Prescott got injured because Dak Prescott wasn't there to keep them in games, so their defense really got exposed. So I think taking Patrick Surtain is a good start to make that defense pretty good again. Number 11, that pick is owned by the New York Giants, and I think they go Rashawn Slater, who is an offensive lineman. You got Daniel Jones, one of the most oblivious quarterbacks when he's under pressure, so getting him protection is going to be paramount, and I think if he has the right protection, he's a great quarterback. He can make good plays happen. They got Kenny Golladay, which is really going to help them, and they still got some pretty good receivers, and their defense is actually not bad either, so definitely improving that offensive line is going to help that Giants team a lot, and I think that they're going to be a very good team next year. Okay, next up we got number 12. That pick belongs to the Philadelphia Eagles. It was involved in that trade for the 3rd and 6th pick. It It was really weird. But I think with that pick, I think the Eagles go cornerback, and I think they take J.C. Horn, which I know a lot of you think is shocking as well. A lot of people think that they're going to go get a weapon for Jalen Hurts, but I think that Eagles defense needs some help. I think adding J.C. Horn to that defense really helps. I'm pretty sure the Eagles still have a Darius Slay on their defense, so having Darius Slay and J.C. Horn in your secondary is going to be great, and I think that helps the Eagles tremendously. I think they take a receiver in the second round, though. Pick 13, that pick belongs to the Los Angeles Chargers, and I think that they go Jalen Waddle, who is a wide receiver. Another shocking one to some people, but I think adding a pretty good receiver for Justin Herbert, I couldn't think of his name, for Justin Herbert definitely helps him a lot. Especially Keenan Allen's close to the end of his career, and I think adding a young receiver like Jalen Waddle is going to help them tremendously. A lot of people think Jalen Waddle is better than Devonta Smith, so I think if Jalen Waddle's there at pick 13, they'll definitely take him. It'd be a dumb decision if they didn't. Number 14, that pick belongs to the Minnesota Vikings, and with that, I think they go Christian Darrisaw, who is an O lineman, or Darrisaw. I don't know how to say his last name. I'm sorry. I'm probably going to butcher about half the names from now on because a lot of them are kind of weird. But I think they go Christian Darrisaw because their offensive line needs some help, and Kirk Cousins has proved when he's protected, he can make plays happen. So I think going Christian Darrisaw here is really good for them, and I think that could really help their offense tremendously. Pick 15, that belongs to the New England Patriots. I think they go quarterback Mac Jones here. I think Belichick has been pretty high on him, even though he looked like a disappointed father when Mac Jones had that overthrow at his pro day. But that's besides the point. I think that they're going to want Mac Jones. They had an incredible offseason. They signed like half of the free agent pool, so they are definitely in win-now mode, so that's why they re-signed Cam Newton. But I still think they go quarterback here because they got to think towards the future too. I think drafting Mac Jones and having him sit behind Cam Newton for a year or maybe even half a season, that is great for them because Cam Newton, he's not necessarily reliable, so you want to have a reliable second option just in case Cam Newton is absolute dog water again this year. So I think that adding Mac Jones is a great thing for them, and I think him sitting behind Cam Newton helps them tremendously. Okay, pick 16. We're off the halfway mark. That pick belongs to the Arizona Cardinals, and I think they go defense. I think they take Caleb Farley, who is a cornerback. This is another one that many people didn't have on their mock draft, but I think that they take them here. Their secondary, it's okay. It's not the greatest thing I've ever seen, so I think adding to that definitely helps. They got J.J. Watt in the offseason, so having him is going to be tremendous. And then you can get your secondary good. If you can get your secondary really good and keep your front seven amazing as it is, and you have that offense, which is going to be great, the Cardinals are going to be a dangerous team. I'm just saying. I don't think they're going to be better than the Rams or the 49ers, but I think they're going to be a good team. Number 17, that pick belongs to the Las Vegas Raiders, and I'm going to butcher this name, but I think they take Azeez Ajari, who is an edge rusher. I should have wrote down what college he went to because I can't recall off the top of my head. But, the Raiders, their edge, they definitely adding an edge rusher will help them. Their defense isn't great. They need help in the running. Like, with run defense, they're not good. Pass defense, they're okay, but their run defense is tremendous. There's horrendous, excuse me. So I think that adding him definitely helps, and that is really good success for the Raiders. Pick 18, that's the Dolphins. I think they go Najee Harris, who's the running back out of Alabama. Their running back, I don't even know who their running back is right now, but he's not good. He's not great at all, actually. I think if you add Najee Harris, that is a great thing for Tua, and that's a great thing for that Dolphins team because Tua, if he can get a good running game, that's going to help him tremendously because defenses are going to have to focus on that, and then that's going to leave Tua a lot more room to make plays. So I think that taking Najee Harris here is a good move, believe it or not. At number 19, that pick belongs to the Washington football team, and I think they go Tevin Jenkins, who is an offensive tackle. The football team is really good. They are, what I believe, they are a quarterback away from being a legit contender. A lot of people had them taking Mac Jones, but I had Mac Jones at 15, so I think they go offensive line because their tackles aren't great, so I think that adding a tackle here definitely helps them, and I think that Washington is a year or two away from legit contention just because of that defensive line. And you got scary Terry McLaurin, who is just amazing. I love using him in Madden, though, just saying. I think that they are a couple years away from being a good team. If they can get a good quarterback in the near future, they're going to be solid. Number 20, that is the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears. And I think they go Greg Rosauru, who is an edge rusher. All the edge rushers have weird names. I definitely should I would hit what college he went to because I forgot. But I don't know why the Bears would go with this pick. This is what I think they're going to do. I think their edge game, definitely there's room for improvement. I think that the Red Rifle he's great. I think he's going to lead the Bears to 8-8. Or no, they'll go like 9-8 because there's 17 games. They'll probably squeak into the playoffs again. But I'm not too sure what the Bears are going to do. I just kind of wrote a name down. Don't mind that voice crack. I'm sorry. Okay, number 21. I think with the 21st overall pick, the Indianapolis Colts, the soon-to-be Super Bowl 56 champions, led by Super Bowl MVP Carson Wentz. I think they select Jalen Phillips, who is an edge rusher, and if I said his name wrong, well, that sucks. But, yeah, the Colts, that we are losing Danico Autry, I'm pretty sure, and we have a good chance of losing Justin Houston, too. So I think adding him would be great because our front seven is amazing as it is, but adding someone like him to it would just be amazing. And that's how we're going to win the Super Bowl, just saying. Pick number 22, that belongs to the Tennessee Titans. I think the Titans end up being the Colts' bitch this year, and I think they also take a Kadarius Toney, who is a wide receiver. Their receiving core isn't great. Tannehill, I'm going to be honest, I don't think Ryan Tannehill is going to be as good with this new offensive coordinator they got because I don't know. I just don't think they're going to be good. I have a feeling they're not going to be good. I think they're going to be a playoff team, but I don't think they're going to be good enough to win the division. That's all I got to say. I'll make another video on that in the future. Pick number 23, this is the Jets. They got this from the Seahawks, I'm pretty sure from the Jamal Adams trade. So with this, I think they go Asante Samuel Jr. The Jets secondary really got exposed a lot last year. It wasn't great at all, so just anything helps them, and I think they go best available. I'm pretty sure Asante Samuel Jr. would be the best available at that point, so I think they go him. Number 24, that pick belongs to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I think they go Travis Etienne, who is the running back out of Clemson. Not many people have that on their mock drafts, but here's why I think that. The Steelers had one of the worst rushing attacks in the NFL last year. I don't know how they started 11-0, but they were not good on the ground, plain and simple. So I think getting a really good running back is going to help them, and it's going to take a lot of pressure off of Big Ben, and I think that's going to help them tremendously. Pick number 25, that one belongs to Jacksonville, which I'm pretty sure they got that from the Jalen Ramsey trade, if I'm not mistaken. And I think they take Trevon Moore-Grigg, who, I don't know how to say his name. I don't know if you can see it, but pick 25. He's a safety. That's all I know. But sorry for my bad handwriting. But I think they take him. He's the best safety. It's going to be available at this point. And the Jags do need help in the safety department. Like I said earlier, I think they're about a year or two away from being a pretty solid team. And I think that led by Trevor Lawrence and having this guy on defense, they're going to be a pretty good team in about 2 to 3 years. Okay, so now we're going to move on to pick number 26, which is owned by the Cleveland Browns. And I think the Browns take Jason Owaha with that pick, who is an edge rusher. I don't know how to say his name again, but yeah, there you go. Jason Owaha, he's an edge rusher. The Browns got Myles Garrett on their front seven. I think adding another solid edge rusher would be good for them, so that's why I think they go that. Pick number 27, this is the Baltimore Ravens pick, And I think with that pick, they go with a Terrence Marshall Jr. is I'm pretty sure that's what his name is. He's a wide receiver, plain and simple. Ravens do not have a good receiving core. Their best receiver is Marquise Brown, which tells you something. So I think adding a solid receiver there would definitely help them. Pick number 28, that is the New Orleans Saints, who lost Drew Brees, and it seems like they're going Jameis Winston. So I think they take Zaven Collins, who is an edge rusher. There's a lot of edge rushers going in the first round, it seems like. But I think they go that because I honestly don't know why their defense is pretty good. I think adding to that is going to help them tremendously again. I've said that probably about 15 times, but, that's besides the point. They seem pretty committed to Jameis Winston, so if they do take a quarterback in this draft, I don't see them doing it in the first round. Pick number 29, that is the Green Bay Packers, and I'm surprised this dude fell this far, but I think they go Jeremiah Owasu Karamawa. I'm a Notre Dame fan, and I fucked that up. I feel embarrassed. But that's besides the point. I'm so sorry for saying his name wrong. I'm a Notre Dame fan. I don't know that. I just know he's pretty fucking good. So I think I'll be surprised. I don't know how I had him falling this far, but this will be a good get for the Packers. Their linebacking core was not good last year, especially it was okay, but it got exposed against the fucking Buccaneers. So I think that taking him would be a really good thing for the Packers, and that would improve their defense a lot. Moving on to pick number 30, this is the Bills. I think they go Javonte Williams, who is a running back. Their running back core isn't great, so I think they go him. How'd I come up with him? I don't know. I looked at a mock draft because I wasn't sure what they were going to do. Pick number 31, that is the Kansas City Chiefs, a.k.a. Patrick Mahomes, an offensive line, throwing sideways while he was in the Super Bowl and almost completing it. I think they go Christian Barmore, who is a D lineman. Their defense always needs help, so I think adding to that is going to help them tremendously. And finally, with pick 32, the Tampa Bay the Buccaneers are going to select Levi Onwuzurike, who is a D lineman. Yeah, I looked at a mock draft for that one too because I wasn't sure who they're going to take. Listen, I actually wrote that down. I don't know how to say his name, so I'm sorry. But yeah, just every time I've shown these, excuse my bad handwriting. But that is going to complete the mock draft. That was all 32 first-round picks with no trades. This video was hard. I spent like 45 goddamn minutes putting that thing together, and then I feel like I'm about to lose my voice because I don't know if I've ever talked this long in my life. But yes, I have. But I don't think I've ever talked this much alone in my life without stopping. So when you saw those weird cuts, it's because that's when I needed a break because my voice is just I was already losing my voice, and now I'm projecting, and it's just making things a lot worse. So that's another reason why I haven't been making videos. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. I'm sorry if I've been out of frame a lot. I haven't been paying attention to where I am in the camera because I've been focused on looking at the paper. I was locked into this. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching it. If you like it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And please subscribe. I mean, just take a look at this right here. There's look at that. There's only like 25% of you that watch these videos that are subscribed. So if you're not subscribed and you find this entertaining, subscribe. It takes like 2 seconds, and it's free. Who doesn't like free shit, right? But for real, though, please subscribe. Please. Listen, we are 40 away from 100, so we're definitely going to push for that. But I'm not going to sit here and beg for it every video. It's just a YouTuber thing to say subscribe. But that's going to do it for this video. Follow everything in the description box below. Yeah, that's going to do it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! Oh, that was a bad idea on my voice, but it doesn't fucking matter. See you next time.